Hi GITV, I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand here with Ross. Doesn't like call signs. Now, we had a really great time at Operation Irene. We were playing on the Freedom Fighter side, and we've been getting a lot of questions on what gear we used and what guns we were rocking. So today, we're going to go over all that and more. Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors. Alright, first and foremost, we're going to go over the eye protection and the guns we were using. Now, I was rocking an NX MI7 face mask. In ATAX, I've been using this thing and abusing it for quite a while now, and this has stood up to the test of time. I especially like that it comes pre-installed with a thermal lens, and I place a priority on eye protection. As you can see, Ross is wearing goggles for at least part of the operation. That's your, I guess.
I got these from Daniel. These are the Lance Technical Bowley goggles, and I was slightly worried about my lower face being shot out, especially my teeth. However, I also wore a shamag when I would go into any kind of close quarter engagement.
Moving on to the guns we were rocking, this is a very old Tokyo Marui AK. I've had this for over 12, 13 years now, but the thing is, it wasn't fully functioning, so I handed it over to the GI Tech department just before Tim vs. Bob 3. They souped it up, it was purring like a kitten, and right before Operation Irene, I gave it to Aaron Mora, our lead tech in our tech department, and he souped it up even further and put a Miracle Barrel inside. And I gotta tell you, I was so happy with how this was performing. The left to right deviation because of the Miracle Barrel was almost nil, and I was having such a great time. I was even rocking a G&G tracer unit on this for the night game. I ended up trying to just kind of mark buildings for Josh to shoot at, which he did. What were you rocking, Ross?
I grabbed a VFC from the back, and I actually gave it to Aaron to do some internal work. He did actually a lot of just cleanup, got a lot of the dust and dirt, and he lubed it up really nice, made sure that all the internals were really nice, and he also put a Miracle Barrel on my gun as well. And it was funny because a lot of people were asking, oh, do you have, who can hit that guy in the building? And I'd be like, oh, let me try. And I was actually able to get the range, and like Bob was saying, the left to right deviation was really small. And this gun was really good. I ran an 11-1 with it and had no problems the entire weekend, which was really nice because I know some other people's guns went down, and it was nice just to be able to have one solid gun.
Absolutely. Now, I was actually the only one in the squad that was rocking an AK, and I did that because we're freedom fighters.
I feel like you're slightly bitter.
I'm a bit. I'm a lot bitter.
Now, Bob, I think there is something that our gear actually has in common, and that's that we both ran the Griffin Golem chest rig. Talk about your experience.
Absolutely. To be honest, ever since we got this in, I've been kind of just really enthusiastic about this because this is probably the best deal and most affordable set of gear I've ever seen on AirsoftGI.com. And we've got a lot of stuff, but this one takes the cake. $15, not even counting the coupon codes you can use on it. You get a chest rig with 3 triple M4 magazine pouches. They can actually hold 2 AKs, which is what you see here. I put on 2 other M4 style pouches, and I'm actually rocking M4 magazines in neither one. This one right here is holding my HK45 by KWA, and this one right here is holding my communications. I actually put a radio inside there, and that's connected to is my Motorola Talkabout connected to my Motorola headset.
My Golem chest rig I was really satisfied with. I was surprised, and it was great because I didn't actually run anything else besides my backpack. And so this was really lightweight. Like Bob was saying, I had 9 mags on my chest, and then I also had an additional 2 M4 pouches here on my side with the available Molly real estate that's on the chest rig. So I actually, only in one game that I have to reload, and I only reloaded when I was in the dead zone.
What I found most interesting about this is, you get the pre-installed pouches, you also have the Molly real estate on the side, but there's a giant map pouch in this Griffin Golem chest rig, which I use for snacks as well. I had some Big League Chew, some other people put maps or game rules. I actually also was carrying a knife on me. Another piece of kit that I was very surprised with, very pleasantly surprised, is this Griffin Dragon Spine belt system. It's essentially $15 for a belt, a dump pouch, and 2 double M4 magazine pouches. Actually, my apologies, it holds 3 M4 magazines, but there are 2 pouches.
Bob, you were very generous on the field because you actually volunteered, if you can turn around, to carry extra ammo. You carried Josh's extra BBs, you carried extra speed loaders, and I think at one point you even carried duct tape onto the field, which is why I have some here.
Yes.
Because I had to duct tape my contour cam on the side of my head. But that was one thing that was great about it. You had a bigger pack. I just had the smaller hydration pack.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about this Source pack with, it has a 3-liter Source hydration kit in here, is the fact it does have a Velcro top opening, so you just flip it open, go in, grab what you need, and put it back. I just want to tender a heartfelt thank you to John Liu, his staff, as well as any and all members of the United States Armed Forces, either former or currently serving. It was an honor to be able to share the battlefield with you, as well as many folks such as Colonel McKnight, Master Sergeant Mad Max Mullen, Bubba Moore, and more specifically Sergeant Dale Sizemore, who is one of the most recent additions to the Airsoft community.
It was a really unique experience to be able to play Airsoft with people who have actually served in our armed forces, and it was definitely an honor to be able to meet those guys and just to see how down to earth they are and to hear their stories and to really try to pay tribute to the people they've served with and to our armed forces around the world. So thank you for everyone who came out and played at the event. We really enjoyed ourselves, and it was really a great time of both remembrance and just having a good couple days of Airsoft.
Well, I know Ross and I can speak for Daniel and Josh when we say that we were so happy to have shared the Airsoft field with so many amazing people. Well, I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand, this is Ross, and this is GITV. You neglected to mention the fact that you did have a badass mustache, so...
I prefer to think of that as my halo that protected me against any evil. That sounded so dumb, and I'm going to edit that out.
No, that better be in the video. Can we just cut just right from that?
Let's cut back, Ross, like, why are you so bitter, bro? Just him, like, moving, fold it down.
Don't be bitter.
What was that?
Don't be bitter.
I'm on the bitter bus, man.
Do you like herbs and bitter?
Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.